Oh, good afternoon and welcome back. This is part three, and we cover the last two races. Now, there's a big DT jackpot. Probably get to about 7 or 8 million. We've already covered race 6. Race 7 looks an interesting race. Winning Apex from the virtue of the barrier draw. The sting out of the track is going to be a massive plus for it. I can see it going on after its last start win, and I think this is the one to beat. The danger for me is number 11, Happy Champion. The biggest problem with this is it just gets back a little bit too far. Sent it around in a barrier trial last week. Basically just pulled it up. It's ready. It just needs a bit of speed on, but I think it's going to get it here with Flying Unicorn in the race. It should press on, and Mighty K should come across, sit outside it, and that should guarantee that there's a little bit of tempo. For me, it looks a race in two. I think one of these two is going to win. I'm leaning a little bit perhaps to winning Apex by virtue of the fact that it's going to race a little bit more handy than the other one. The other one's got the pull in the weights, which may be enough at the end. So obviously from a DT point of view, it's not the worst scenario to find ourselves in, where we think we've got two winning chances. We can bank them both and double bank them and play around them. There's a couple here at price that have put in a couple of funny runs. Night Galaxy was an interesting one. A couple of runs ago went forward and won at a massive price, and then they dropped it back to a 1200 metre race. I mean, it's just impossible to give it any consideration in the 1200 metre race. It's got no speed, but obviously they just use that as a barrier trial rather than taking it to the trials. The killer is, of course, Barrier 10, and Douglas White's gone on it, so if they thought they were going to get a price, they're not going to get it now. But it's got a chance back up to the mile. Galaxy Prancer, this is probably weighted to its best now, 60.5. It's a little bit one pace, but from barrier 2, it's just going to get the beautiful sit on the speed. You have to include it. Flying Unicorn will go forward. Mega Champion will come across and sit outside it. I don't think he'll surrender the lead to it, but if he does and a Mega Champion can get out in front, it could finish in the placings at a big price. Of the others, found two that I thought on their last couple of runs they weren't anywhere near as bad as they may look on face value. The 9 Yasin and the 10 Leo's Pride. Not sure how we would incorporate these into the tickets, but at those sort of prices that they're likely to be, I'm sure we'll find a way to put them in somewhere on a ticket or two. In the end, got 6 on top from 11, 1, 8, chances to 4, 5, 7, 2, 9 and 10 for placings rather than winning chances. The last race, good race, Class 2 event. Perfect cheers, drawn the right marble, get on the speed. It's a little bit one pace. If something goes with it, it does tend to give it away a little bit, but I can see it getting out in front here, and if it does that, it's going to be hard to run down. Kyara, this went nuts in the run last time and started pulling and reefing, and then he got it to settle at around the 600, and it was travelling quite well. He got it into the race at around the 400, and then he got stopped in his tracks, and really he didn't ride it out after that, so I'd be a bit wary of this one. Little Dreams with Mosse on it. Interesting to note that it's had 9 starts on any sort of rain affected going and run in the placings 8 times. Definitely going to be throwing this in anything that we may do. If it's a price, there's a possibility of a QQP bet in this race with this horse. I think this is ready to run a race. Noble Deluxe will give him a start as usual. Waymar Star. Last couple of runs have been okay. Douglas White goes on it. That's going to halve its price. Probably going to be under the odds for me. Voile Rouge. It's always around the place, but this is not its track. It's a sharp-tip horse, so I wouldn't be taking any shorts about it. King of Reason. This was a good run last time. Did all the work. Kept going, run 4th. Barrier 12, big concern, but he'll probably go forward on it. Now, this did win a couple of races early in the season at a big price, similar sort of event. Probably be including this one somewhere. If it had drawn a marble, it would have been a little bit happier. In the end, got 6 on top from 9 and 5, chances to 12, 3, 10, and possibly the 8. Thanks for tuning in. I will be reviewing any Aussie races that are on Wednesday. Plus, I've got a little segment that I'm going to include a video just covering some of the black bookers and track work and spots that I've located. So there might be a little list there for tomorrow. I shall put these up shortly. Thanks very much for tuning in, and success to all of you.